that's rushing, we slow it down, finding light where shadows surround, heart to heart where the truth is told. We rise together, stories unfold. The gold is within. If you don't go within, you go without. Every voice, every heart, it's what we're about. Together we rise, hand in hand, soul to soul, warm, safe and loving, making each other.
Hello,
Hey,
everyone. Well, we're actually post-Thanksgiving, right?
Yes, we are. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. And
Yep.
don't we have a lot to be grateful for?
Yes,
really
we do. So who are you?
Oh, I am Coach Rochelle.
And I am Coach Alisha Schwartz. And today's topic, look at that, the power of connection and relationships that uplift and lift.
Well, uplift and lift are basically
Right?
the same. So yeah, get ready to hold on to your seats because we're gonna go.
We're going to be levitating
Yes,
today.
definitely.
So what do you think, Roche, when we
love
talk
it.
about the power of connection and relationships that uplift?
Because I think that people want to be seen, and it's really different. Just by being around somebody is not the same as
Hold on to your seat. That's cute.
that it's really people want to be seen, people want to be heard, and I think that's one of the best connections. And looking people in the eyes. If you notice that when you talk to someone and they can't look at you, run. Run.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, because I would just say maybe they've gone through things and they don't know how to really connect. And so you give compassion, but you wouldn't want to, it'd be hard to communicate with somebody that's
That doesn't
not
look at you.
really
Yeah.
present to you and with you.
Or somebody that is with you and they keep on, looking around and it's like,
It's not very uplifting.
no, it's not. It definitely isn't.
You want to be in relationships with people that, one, look you in the eye,
Yes.
one, are happy and they
Mhm.
celebrate you. They connect, they keep in touch with you, the little things
And
that.
I have often done this because I'm a very, when I'm with somebody, I always like to touch them. Some people don't like that. And
Yeah.
I found that out at one time. But if you say to the person, is it all right if I, touch your hand or something? And then it opens up that part and it's okay. But I know for a fact that when I've done that, it's like, it works so beautifully. It does. People really love when you touch them and they know that you're there listening to them.
When I say, because I'm also a massage therapist, as you all know, I'll say, it's just who I am. I'm also a massage therapist. So if you see me kind of touch, just know that it's coming from that really gentle place.
Or even when you smile at somebody, I don't know what it is, but most people, when you look at them and smile, they think you're crazy. They look at you like, "Boy, you."
Depending on where you are, though.
That's true,
right?
That's true. That
Depending
is
on where
true.
you
Yeah.
are.
Well, I was really thinking about when you're outside walking.
Oh yeah.
And you smile, and people look at you like, "What?"
Maybe
that
they're
kind
not
of
used
stuff.
to it. Which
They're
is
not.
So sad.
Oh, they're not.
So sad. Okay, so tell us, what's your question for today around this topic? What is your question that you...
What would it be like if you could transform that relationship where it would be uplifting and it would be uplifting for both of you, not just one? Because if you're in a relationship, whether it's a male, female, male, woman, it doesn't matter. But really letting them know how important they are by acknowledging them, by saying to them, I hear what you're saying. And that is one of the best exercises when you say to somebody, they'll talk to you and then you repeat back to them. And most of the time, people, they don't hear you. It's something that you have to really listen. And that's a really great thing, is to listen. And then really, because I have found that to be so.
Okay, so what's the question that you're asking me?
What would be what would open up for you that you can transform and uplift a relationship other than what we just discussed?
Well, I think one, being vulnerable. I think when
Yeah.
you're vulnerable, right? If you're vulnerable, it's very uplifting. It's very safe. It's very inviting. You feel like you're with the person in a new way. It's very transformative. So I think vulnerability is a very, very big piece in a relationship that's very connected and uplifting.
And I think also being vulnerable is perhaps by sharing a story that could relate to something that is being said or something personal. It really doesn't matter because it's a story that you want to share with somebody that can open them up to feeling safe.
Yeah. And I think that, also if we're looking at energy, right?
Yeah.
Energy, matching your energy, why light attracts light,
Right.
right? If you're light,
Right.
you're going to attract the light, right? And vice versa. If you're dark and you have dark thoughts, you'll attract dark thoughts. I mean, it's just where you want to focus your attention, right? That's, to me, I think that's a big, big thing is energy. Because you can have energy that's uplifting and energy that's not uplifting.
Totally.
Right?
And so how would you know when something's uplifting and when something isn't?
Well, you feel it in your energy. Sometimes if it's not uplifting, you feel tired, you feel an energy drain, you start to yawn. Then that person is either mellow and you're not used to that, because I have mellow energy and calming energy, and people sometimes are like, wow, it's so calming to be in your presence. So, and sometimes that could bring people inside and more calm and more subdued. So doesn't mean it's bad. It just means, because then again, if you look at energy that's chaotic and all over the place, that doesn't work. For me, it's too much.
Right.
Energy.
Yeah, because you're very sensitive.
Because I'm very sensitive.
Yeah. In other words, you could not go to a place where there's loud music or things like that.
Not like loud concerts. It's too much energy.
So I have a question. If that's true with you, and I think that rituals are so important, especially in a relationship, what would be some of the rituals that would work for you in a relationship?
Some of the rituals that would work in a relationship.
And for the both of you, if you had a partner, let's say, what would be some rituals that you could share with that person?
Like to uplift the relationship?
Absolutely. It's only about uplifting.
Well, I think you said it. You can mirror something that you love about the person, with your partner. Today when you did this, I really felt heard. I felt seen. I love when you do that. So it makes the person feel like they're seen, they're heard, and they're acknowledged.
And it's bringing
they're
them
loved.
And they're bringing them closer together. The other thing that's occurred to me is that to be in a relationship, let's say with anybody,
Friend,
basically
right.
apart, it doesn't matter. Always find out what the things are that they enjoy doing, and then discuss what you enjoy doing, and alternate it. Like someone likes to go to the football game. Well, you're not going to find me there. But if it's really that important to that person and it can bring us closer, I would go.
Right.
But at the same token, I would want them to, let's say, come to a meditation class.
Right.
And that, I think, is just so fabulous, because you're getting to open yourself up to and experience things that normally you would never have.
Which is uplifting, it's supportive, it's nurturing.
Yeah,
because
totally.
You're doing something for the person you love and care about, and or the same, he's doing that for you or she's doing that for you, whichever way you want to go. And it's the same thing in any relationship with a boss, a friend. Maybe it's saying something nice to your friend that, wow, that they didn't know that they did for you and you acknowledged it. That's uplifting. Or a boss or someone you work with. You could always just share something that they did for you that made such a difference. Oh, wow, thank you for taking on that task for me. I really appreciate it. Things like that uplift the energy, uplift your mood. And when your mood is uplifted, the energy is uplifted, the relation gets
Totally. Absolutely. Or like if someone does some nice things for you and you want to reciprocate, I usually do something where it would like bring somebody, and I'm thinking about this for Monday, is bring them something, like something that you know that they would like. And just, it's a thank you. It's just something from your heart saying, I really appreciate you and thank you so much for being there for me.
Yeah. And I think when you do that, that only can make the relationship stronger, and it can make it more uplifting for sure.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the power of connection
And
the
I
power of
think,
relationship.
and I think it's also like being curious about the person in a way that it doesn't make them feel like you're stepping over a boundary, but like you're really like, you want to know something about them. And
So what would you say?
I don't know. I would maybe say, what would you say to your 17-year-old? What would you say to your 17-year-old?
So, yeah.
And you find out some really interesting things about the person.
Yeah. Or just, how are you? How are you doing today? Anything new going on in your life? You know, it's more engaging with the person you're in relationship with. So they feel like you're actually listening and you're hearing them.
Yeah.
Because what's the one thing that people want the most? To be loved, to be heard, to be seen, to know that they matter, right?
Absolutely.
And if you do that in one relationship, you do it in all, because it's just, that's how much more powerful the connection could be, right?
And I think these things that we're sharing here today will help people's relationships. I really, really do, because these are things that perhaps you haven't thought about. And we're just bringing it to the forefront because I know it works.
Yeah, for sure.
And if it works,
there you go. To be loved, heard, and seen. Nothing better.
Yeah. And who doesn't want to be loved, heard, and seen?
Absolutely.
That's so important.
I agree. So guess what? We're going to take a sponsor break and then come back with some nuggets of wisdom.
All right, let's go.
We'll be right back. We are back. Yes, and we were talking a minute ago about the power of connection, relationships that uplift. So we're going to talk about some takeaways you can use to help you uplift and connect in your relationships. So maybe one could be spend 5 minutes, some quiet time in the morning, check in with yourself and just ask yourself very clearly, how do I feel today? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest level of energy, where are you on the scale? Oh, I'm at a 5. Okay, so then if you're at a 5, what can you do to uplift yourself or the relationship to get to a 10? Okay, what else, Roche?
I think that a really good one is, what kind of energy do you want to bring into the day? And one of the things that I know help a lot of people is meditating, because you're bringing in within yourself and you're quieting your mind and your heart. And then you can ask that question, what is it? What's the energy that I want to bring in for myself and anybody else that I come in contact with today? And just listen. That's the most important thing I believe in anything, is just listen to what you're being told. And I think that's one of the things, or even journaling.
Yeah,
You know, you can
journaling.
journal that, just get your feelings out on that paper. That is, I think, one of the best and least expensive ways to do anything, is to write down what you want to bring in for this day and journal about it. And I think that also helps a lot.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I always go back to it because I think it's really powerful, and I'm doing this now more than ever, is to mirror, look in the mirror and say whatever you always wanted to be told. Because if you feel that feeling, let's say it's in a relationship you want to feel uplifted, well, guess what? You have to feel uplifted. So maybe you mirror to yourself, I'm an uplifting human being. Or Alisha, you're so inspiring that everywhere you go, you uplift people just by your presence. And you're mirroring that in the mirror, using your hand to move that around so you connect to the physical and emotional body, so you get the connection to feeling it. And guess what? You
You
become
get
it.
Because I think if you set an intention, which
Mhm.
is so powerful,
Yep.
and you really write it down and then just look at it and really get that feeling of what is the intention that you want to bring forth for yourself. And it could be, I just want to be in gratitude. I want to be in gratitude. You know, gratitude and self-love are the two most important feelings you can have that will heal you.
Love
Love and gratitude.
and gratitude.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
So those
And-
things are important. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no. And maybe practice a little bit of self-acceptance, and give yourself, I always say the serenity prayer, but you can come up with any kind of mantra or prayer that works for you. And notice your triggers, because emotional triggers are definitely something in relationship that pops up often. So self-acceptance and compassion for those times that you do get triggered, and look a little bit deeper into yourself and have some just softness around it. Wow, today I got triggered in my relationship, if you're journaling. And you know what? This is my trigger. I know my trigger. Let's say the trigger is someone says something to you and it triggers an old wound from your past. Notice what the trigger is. Write down, hey, you know what? You're going to be okay, Alisha. You know what? You're just a human. Relax. Take it easy. Take a deep breath. Have some self-forgiveness, self-compassion, self-acceptance.
Well, you just hit on something really important, and
Forgiveness.
that's forgiveness.
Yeah.
Because if we can't forgive ourselves, then we're going to carry whatever that is from another person or situation, and we're going to have them. I always like to say we're going to schlep them. We're going to schlep them on our shoulders, this heavy weight.
You don't want that.
And we're the ones that
You
are
don't want
carrying
that.
it, and you don't want that. So self-forgiveness is you don't forget, but it's releasing the emotions and the feelings of that, and write about it. Writing, I find, is just so
it's very
powerful.
healing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sometimes also, if you're not a writer, you can record yourself, on your phone. You can use the voice recorder and just say all the things that you always wanted to hear and give it to yourself. Like, good morning, Alisha, my love. You look beautiful today. You're a precious soul from the planet, and you deserve to be here. You're an extraordinary soul. You're loved, appreciated, and cared for in this planet. Go out there and make it a great day, you beautiful little hot, saucy girl.
Okay,
Something like that.
Listen,
Whatever it takes.
whatever works. And the other thing that's come around full circle for doing the meditations and all that stuff is chanting.
Yes,
Oh
chanting.
my God. Just
Could
try
be
it.
anything.
Yeah. And, at the beginning, it's like, I don't want anybody to hear me, or where do I do it where it's quiet? But you don't know when you get into, and they're all over YouTube. I mean, you could
Yeah,
just,
anywhere you go.
anywhere you go,
You can
or
find it.
Spotify, or what's the other one that you use? Pandora,
Pandora, sure.
And I tell you, it just takes you like, I don't know, it takes you just out, and you're just so concentrated. And for that, it's the vibrations,
Mhm.
and they're just like really powerful.
Yeah, and I think that when you're listening to chanting or music, get up and move your body. Because a lot of
Yes.
times we get stuck in the physical body and then our emotional body gets stuck. So moving the energy out, move it out, is another way for you to uplift yourself, your soul, your spirit. And then you go out in the world and you know what? You're doing phenomenal. You really are. So I think that movement, find a class, find a dance class. I'm still trying to find
Yeah, you are.
a contemporary dance class. So if anybody out there in Florida, South Florida, knows of a dance studio, that would be great. Because that's another thing that I think is powerful. Yeah. But I think that is powerful because you're getting it out.
And you're connecting to your body.
Yes.
You really
and your
are.
emotional body.
Yeah.
And whatever's still stuck or stagnant, let it go.
Or just dancing, or taking dance lessons if you want to.
Yes.
I mean, that is also fabulous. I know dancing is just such a healing opportunity for people with music that they relate to.
Yeah.
And I love the music. I love the dancing. And I think that's why people want to go to a lot of concerts.
Yeah.
Where they get themselves out of their own way, and they're just with a lot of people that they enjoy doing it, and the energy is that energy is really powerful. If that's what you like.
And the other thing is music is powerful.
Oh, it is.
It uplifts.
Yes,
so
it does.
Find something maybe in the morning before you get up to meditate or listen to music that really, really moves you in a way where it uplifts your soul and uplifts you. And but you said something before, and I thought that was interesting. Now, of course, I forgot.
No.
But I'm having a moment.
But you know what else is nice? I love, and I know you have.
If you're out there and you're alone and you don't know how to uplift yourself, right? You can just easily look on your phone, look on Google, and just put in, what are some uplifting things I can do today, activity-wise? See what comes up. So not only you need someone to tell you, you can research what you find uplifting. Write down 3 things that uplift you. Maybe it's take a walk. Doesn't cost anything to take a walk.
No, it
right?
doesn't. Or go to the beach if you have that availability, and just be by the water. It's so healing. Being by the water is energy.
Yeah. Maybe swimming.
Yeah,
Swimming.
I get it. Yeah.
That kind of energy of swimming. It's freeing. It's open. It's, and all of those things that make you feel uplifted.
And I think also, like I said earlier, if you can find an activity that you enjoy and do it, and then your partner enjoys something that you enjoy, it's just a beautiful flow of, I think I just see it as a beautiful flow of love.
Yeah.
Because you're giving to the person that normally you would not go to a game of swim, because most men like sports.
Yeah.
So if you did that and you never did that, I think that would open their hearts so much more, as well as, let's say they came to you and they did something out of the ordinary that you wouldn't do, whether it's going for a walk or going to race, a jog or whatever it is. It brings you back together, which is just what you want to do. It's not just alone for you or
Right,
for him or for her.
right.
It's a connection. And isn't that what we all want? We want connection. We want community.
Find a community.
Yes.
Come
Yes.
join us.
Yeah.
Mother-daughter dynamic duo,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, everybody needs community to feel more uplifted and happy and whole and
Mhm.
complete. We're not here to do it alone.
No, we're really
We are
not.
self-reliant, self-sufficient human beings, and we can do it alone. And it's also nice to do it with others.
And
Or a dog. Dogs, uplift, adopt a dog. Go get a dog, a cat, whatever
Mhm.
you're into as far as animals, dog, cat, snake, I don't know, whatever's out there.
Snake.
I mean, listen, some people are into snakes. I'm not, but I like just a plain old dog.
Yeah, they are. They're very healing. But they also say that if you're not connected in community or with people, that most people will die earlier.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
It really
Because
does.
if you look at places around the world, and we've been to many
Oh, yes.
places, but if you've been to, Europe and different places there, you'll see other cultures live so much more in community than here
They
in the
do.
US.
They do.
And so, we can learn from ancestors back in the day that eat together, celebrate together, are in communion together.
Yep.
To me, that's
Yeah, it
what it's
is.
about.
And there was somebody on.
But find a community that's like-minded,
Yeah,
that
like,
really
yes.
resonates and uplifts. We're talking about uplifting and connection with relationship.
There was a woman I had seen a while ago who decided to invite people to her house just for dinner. Everybody would bring something. She didn't even know the people, which is
Wow,
really
that's
something.
even better.
Yeah, and I
Because you
tell
can learn
you,
so much about people.
that grew so much. And isn't it like the one with the cakes? Remember that we just saw that? Where people came together in San Francisco.
Oh yes, yeah.
And she grew this community.
Everyone brought cake, like beautiful
Beautiful cakes.
They would make beautiful cakes. Everybody would make it, bring it to this big, huge table in a park.
Mhm.
She started this in San Francisco, and
Yeah.
now it's built. It's been the community's over the top. It's unbelievable.
And
But-
that's connection because everybody likes that. They like cooking. They like, cake, doing cakes. Men and women, they had the
Mhm.
most gorgeous cakes.
Yeah. And don't you find when you're with the people that you resonate with,
Mhm.
because obviously that's important
Right.
to uplift you and be in connection, that if you're in the presence of that, there's so much love and softness that you feel in your heart. It just, it brings you to a whole nother level of vulnerability
Mhm.
and connection and care and self-love. Being around people that really, really want to know what's going on in your life,
Yeah.
not obligated, but want to stay connected
Yeah.
because you matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if there's people in your life that don't want to do that, that's okay. You wish well
Mhm.
and you send them off with a lot of love, but it just doesn't mean that you're connected anymore
And
in the same way. And that's part of growing.
What
I mean,
comes to me, why is it that around Thanksgiving or Christmas, everybody gets into this mood
Mhm.
of generosity and connection? But why can't we take that energy and bring it into our lives daily?
We can.
We really can.
We don't have to wait till
No.
Thanksgiving. We say Thanksgiving is every day.
Right,
Why
absolutely.
can't you? But I get it. It makes it more special
Right.
because we're so busy in our day to day. And it's important to take moments and
Mhm.
claim them.
Mhm.
That uplifts the relationship, claiming the moment. Wow, you know what, Mom? When I communicated what I said to you yesterday, I felt uplifted, I felt heard, I felt seen. And it made your relationship with me better and stronger. Don't you agree?
I agree.
She's looking at me with
absolutely-
such intent.
No, I agree. I
Ooh.
agree because it's being in the listening of somebody, and it's not, if you can better that relationship, why not? And make it more enjoyable and have more connection and more respect and really more love.
Yeah, and more openness.
Yeah,
The best
totally.
relationships we have is one with ourselves
Mhm.
first,
Yes.
giving that upliftment to yourself, because you can't look to others to uplift you. You can look to others to share
Right,
in the upliftment.
right.
But if you're not feeling that, it does help to be with people that are, because it can
Mhm.
move you in a way that if you're alone and not feeling that,
Mhm.
absolutely. But ultimately, you want to feel that. And what we just shared with you and these golden nuggets will help you self-internalize
Mhm.
these uplifting things you can do for your spirit, mind, and soul, so that you can then be that for other people. It's a magnet. You become a magnet of energy
And isn't that what happens when people coach with us?
all the time.
It's amazing. It really is.
We show them possibility. We show
Yes.
them things they couldn't see before, a new perspective, new ways of seeing things,
Seeing
seeing
themselves.
themselves, seeing the world. If you can't see it in yourself, how can you see it in the
Can't,
world?
and you're not going to gravitate that to you. You're just not.
So we do some very powerful work, and we have some great things coming up real soon.
Yeah, we do. It's
That'll be coming out in the
exciting.
next couple of days.
Yeah.
And so with that,
And subscribe.
Oh, like and subscribe to our YouTube
Please,
channel.
We can't wait.
And if you have any questions you'd like us to talk about or any
Yeah,
topics,
please.
just DM us. Also, you can direct message us, or go to Facebook, Instagram, and what's the other? LinkedIn
Mhm.
on Mother-Daughter Dynamic Duo, and DM us right
Yeah.
there. Direct
And-
message us.
And we do a
Discovery session.
So why
a half
not?
hour, just book us. We
Yeah.
have our calendar and we'll get you in, especially during the holiday season. It gets a little cray cray.
Yeah.
And so if you need some support and some love and some upliftment,
We're right here for you, waiting with open arms and a very sacred space for everybody.
Yes. So with that said, we will be back very soon. And until then, we are sending you tons of love. Mwah. Bye for
In a world that's rushing, we slow it down, finding light where shadows surround. Heart to heart,